All right, there's another video, and I decided I was going to bore scope it. We have a couple of down cylinders, 1 and 6 for sure. This is a relative compression. We're amp clamped there, and basically at the peak of each one of these is going to be the most resistance for the electric starter to drive the piston to top dead center. I should have 8 uniform humps in here, and these are not. So, you know, we have compression on this cylinder, but you know, whether this is 1 or 2, I don't know. And then we get compression again. So significant compression, internal engine issues. And I can't really move the camera. And I know videoing with a phone and a screen isn't always high tech. That clean area there is 100% oil leaking past the valve guides, or the umbrella seals, if you will. So the valve guides may be worn smooth out on this engine. I don't know. But I don't know that even a valve job would take care of this. I'm going to recommend a overhaul on this engine, or a replacement long block with obviously heads, rotating assembly, cam. This has been tried to, you know, be repaired with external parts. And the work, as far as I can tell, was very thorough. There's the new Valley Pan, or V-Loam is what that's called down there, for the active fuel management. Looks like somebody checked and went through the ignition, fuel system. And the reason they couldn't get this taken care of is because it's an internal engine issue. I would not just recommend a valve job. You're going to have the heads off anyway. You can inspect the cam at that point. But with what I see and how much oil's been burnt in this engine, etc., the catalytic converters have been damaged, and it's an internal issue. So I would recommend a long block. That's how I would fix this. Basically a reman, already built engine that'll come with a good warranty. I did a mechanical compression check on it. Here, it's not hooked up now, but we had about 70 PSI, and it got down to the point where we only had about 40 to 50. And so my electrical test here validates that. I back it up with the mechanical gauge there, and then I bore scoped cylinder 1. So cylinder 1 and cylinder 6 are my offending or worse offending cylinders. I would assume that there's some other issues in here, but long and short of it, you're not going to put any parts on this engine that's going to fix this, except to put a motor in it or overhaul this one and see where you got. It's a very nice, really clean Chevy Avalanche, but this one needs a motor.